guy in the house.
My name is Bob, DragQueen, and I am 29 years old.
I'm gonna go out there and just do my 3 goals. I've always been to give back, entertain, and make people laugh. So no matter what happens today, that's still my intention.
Hey legends, Gloria Hole here from Queen Central, where we worship drag royalty and the glorious messes they make. Today's story, let's talk about Bob the Drag Queen, Season 8 winner, comedy goddess, and certified struggle icon. Picture this. Bob, the queen who can lip-sync the house down, spent 8 whole minutes battling wigs, burnt toast. She made every disaster look like art. Grab your popcorn or a fire extinguisher, because we're breaking down 8 minutes of Bob versus the world, where even a jar of pickles becomes an Oscar-worthy drama. Spoiler, she loses the battle, but wins the war with sheer charisma. Bob's not just a drag queen, darlings. She's a masterclass in turning oh no into oh yes. Perfection, boring, flawless chaos, now that's drag. So hit play and let's celebrate the queen who proves even legends trip. The wig that had its own plans. So picture this. Bob is on stage, lights are on. The crowd is screaming. She flips her head to the left, does a little shimmy, and boom. Did she panic? Nope. She grabbed that wig midair, popped it back on her head, and kept lip-syncing like nothing happened.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
She didn't lose her cool. But that wig had plans, honey. But wait, that's not even her wig's first rebellion. Remember her 2019 gig in Brooklyn? Bob was performing this Will Be when a rogue wig decided to yeet itself into the audience. A fan caught it and Bob yelled, "Honey, that's a $5 tip." She finished the song bald, then borrowed a baseball cap from the DJ. The crowd lost it. Bob, she called it bald-headed realness. Icon, behavior. The time she tried to cook. Tried. Okay, now imagine Bob in the kitchen. She's feeling confident. Got her apron on. "I'm gonna make pasta," she says. First, she forgets to turn the stove on. Then she pours the sauce and drops the whole jar. Sauce everywhere. On the floor, on the walls, in her wig. 5 minutes later, she's like, "Forget this, I'm ordering Chinese." Iconic struggle energy. And let's not forget the great Pop-Tart incident of 2020. Bob tried to make breakfast live on Instagram. She put a Pop-Tart in the toaster and walked away. Cue smoke alarms, a charred snack, and Bob waving a towel like a surrender flag.
I was surprised that it was ramen noodles because neither one of you are Asian, and isn't that culinary appropriation?
There is an appropriation aspect to what we just did here. And
But would you say that the seasoning and the flavors are better in that one?
"This is why drag queens don't cook," she yelled. Fans in the comments said, "Bob, just stick to roasting Michelle Visage." The dance rehearsal that looked like a workout video. Bob once had a dance rehearsal where she was trying to hit these sharp, Beyoncé-level moves, but her body said, nope. It was all elbows, knees, and confusion. At one point, she tripped over her own foot and yelled, "The floor moved." "Girl, the floor did not move. You did." But hey, she got back up and added a little twirl like it was all part of the choreo. This wasn't just any rehearsal. It was for her Drag Race finale number. Bob was supposed to slay to purse first, but her feet had other ideas. She later joked on her podcast, "I look like a flamingo on roller skates." The choreographer said, "Just do the Bob shuffle." And guess what? It worked. She turned confusion into charisma, and the crowd ate it up. Now, Bob claims she can do her makeup in 10 minutes.
Lotion my face, which, to be honest, I probably should invest in a skincare routine. All right, she uses 3 different foundations.
Let me tell you what actually happened. She spent 10 minutes trying to fix one eyebrow, then forgot which eye she already put eyeliner on, then put on lashes, one facing up, the other facing down like it was waving goodbye. And yet, she still looked good, because chaos is her brand. Round 2, the great contour disaster. Bob once tried a snatched look for a red carpet. She blended so hard her cheekbone ended up near her ear. "I looked like the Joker's glam cousin," she cackled. She wiped it off, threw on glitter, and told photographers, "This is called abstract realness." The pics went viral. Lesson: when life messes up your contour, add sparkles. The serious talk that didn't happen. There was this time she was about to give this deep, heartfelt moment on stage. She held the mic, took a breath, and said, "I just want to say something from the heart." And boom, her heel got caught in the curtain and she almost fell. Audience gasped. She said, "Well, there goes the drama." We were laughing and crying at the same time. Cut to her podcast, Sibling Rivalry, where Bob tried to give advice about self-love and spilled coffee on her gown. She sighed. "This is why I can't have nice things. Bob, the only thing you're loving today is this stain." Bob fired back, "It's not a stain, it's art." The clip got 2 million views. Even her fails are content gold. That live stream that went off the rails. Bob tried to go live on Instagram. Everything was fine until she hit the wrong button and turned the camera off mid-sentence. She came back 30 seconds later like, "Did y'all miss me? I accidentally logged out of my own show." Yes, Bob, we missed you. And yes, that's a struggle. A digital disaster. Then there was the time she tried to unbox a fan gift live. The package, a giant dildo. Bob screamed, "What is this?" and dropped her phone. The camera pointed at the ceiling while she yelled, "Someone sent me a weapon." The video's still up. Title, Bob versus the rubber dick. Views, 4.7 million. Struggle, more like a legacy. There was this time Bob had to read a fancy script for a promo. She got to the word phenomenal. She tried once, then twice, then said, "You know what? Skip it. I'm fabulous and that's enough." She made phenomenal her enemy that day and still walked off like a star. And let's not forget her "We're Here" speech in small-town Arkansas. Bob forgot the mayor's name mid-sentence. Instead of panicking, she said, "Honey, I'll call you Beyonce." The crowd howled. The mayor? She loved it. Bob's motto, if you can't remember it, make it funny. Backstage breakdown. Once before a show, Bob was rushing to change into a new outfit. She got one leg in and the zipper broke. The corset popped open. The wig slipped. Then someone yelled, "You're on in 30 seconds." Bob just screamed, "Well, I guess this is how I die." But somehow she made it, with one shoe on, holding her wig, and still making people laugh. This wasn't just any show. It was her one-woman Broadway debut, Bob the Drag Queen, aging like fine wine. The costume was supposed to be a glamorous gown. Instead, Bob stomped out in a half-zipped dress, one heel, and a cowboy hat she grabbed from a stagehand. The New York Times called it chaotic brilliance. Bob shrugged. "When life zips you down, accessorize up." Last call, babes. Here's your final dose of drag divinity. Bob the Drag Queen proved that realness isn't about perfection. It's about owning your hot mess with a smirk. The struggle is real. And honey, it's art. Let's keep it. Bob the Drag Queen is a powerhouse, talented, whip-smart, and bursting with more energy than a shaken glitter bomb. But here's the magic. Her struggles aren't flaws. They're her superpower. Every stumble becomes a death drop in disguise. Every makeup meltdown, an avant-garde moment. That runaway wig, a crown in motion. Bob doesn't just survive chaos, she reigns over it. In her own legendary words, "I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to be human, just with more glitter." And that's drag, darlings. It's not about polished perfection. It's about heart, hustle, asterisk, and laughing your lashes off when the world says, "Oops." So next time you burn dinner or trip on stairs, channel your inner Bob, own the mess, cackle like a maniac, and strut away like you meant to do it all along. After all, as RuPaul says, we're born naked. The rest is drag. And baby, Bob's drag is a revolution, one glorious hot mess at a time. Let's build this empire together. Like if you're here for the hustle, subscribe to celebrate unapologetic queens, and comment your favorite Bob chaos moment. Tag her with #SlayTheStruggle, because every disaster deserves a standing ovation. Now go shine, stumbles and all. So if today's got you feeling like a rhinestone in a rainstorm, remember, if Bob can turn a dumpster fire into art, so can you. Like if you stand a struggle queen, subscribe to Queen Central for more unapologetic drag magic. And comment below. What's your favorite Bob disaster? Tag her at Bob the Drag Queen. Your chaos might just go viral. Until next time, keep tripping, keep cackling, and keep stumbles and all. This is Gloria Hole, signing off with one last reminder. If you can't laugh at yourself, you're missing the best joke. Bye, Hunties.